So I'm working on the Ford 2000 tractor, and I took the gauge cluster out while I did the steering shaft. So we're going to kind of interrupt that part of the video and jump to the instrument cluster. So, I redid the wiring on this thing and put a temp sensor in it, but it was still reading a little high on the temperature. So what I did was, this thing has what's called a voltage stabilizer, and the original one is in the house, but I do have my replacement one here. And this thing mounts on the back of the instrument cluster. The original one had 2 bolt holes. This one's it's probably made for a few different models. This one just has 1, and then that little slot thing. So we'll just have to hook it up the best we can. But and one of the terminals is different on this one as well. The original one had a male and female terminal on it. This one has 2 male terminals. So we're just going to have to make do with the best we can here. I think what I'm going to actually do is go get 2 washers and let that pin that real quick. I think that'll work out pretty well. I can find 2 small washers. Alright, so like I said, this one's slightly different. I could have gotten one that was identical to it, but it's shipped from India, or at least the picture looked identical to it, and it was going to take it like, estimated shipping was like a month and a half range. It was like, its estimated arrival was like a month and a half span, so I really didn't want to wait that long. And this one said it would fit it. It said it was the right one. But the picture, I could tell, looked slightly different. But figured it listed for several different models, and I guess I should explain what this thing does. So your instrument cluster on here, the gas gauge, that's going to work. The gas gauge and the temperature gauge, they run on 10 volts. And so since they run on 10 volts, they what am I getting at? This little thing drops the voltage down from 12 volts to 10 volts, and it keeps it a stable 10 volts, because any voltage fluctuation would make the gauge fluctuate. So that's what this thing does, just keeps it at a constant 10 volts. I think that's why my my gauge was reading high, because this thing was not working. It was burned up and stuck and sprung together. I tried to get it separated, but it was not. It did not. It's a little bimetal strip that heats up, and it opens and closes to regulate 10 volts, and the little windings around the strip were burnt out on it, and it was just passing voltage through without popping down, basically. So I think what we're going to do is, like I said, this thing's got different terminal. It's got an instrument cluster side and a battery side, and the instrument cluster side has both of mine have, or this is a male terminal and this is a male terminal. The original voltage stabilizer had a female terminal on the instrument cluster side, So I'm gonna cut this off and put a new terminal on this side, and then we'll hook our battery side up over here. But I might flip that around. We'll see how the wire stretches. It may be better with the instrument cluster on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this, crimp on a new end, and we'll continue on after that. Here's a little better look at this thing, and we've got our wire done now. Oh, and it's a little on the short side. That'll work. And then, of course, battery side comes over here. This is a ground over here. And this is upside down, right? Yeah. So over here, on the battery side, we'll plug this in. And I think this goes over, this is, all right, let me, this one's a ground. Let me get all these hooked up. All right, everything's back hooked up. The only thing I'll have to double check is once I start it up, make sure the temp and the, or not the temp, the oil light and the whatchamacallit, generator light are, make sure they're not backwards. Alright, I'm gonna go find a clip. Come on. So we're gonna put some screws in this thing. So I gotta find one clip there, and I gotta find 4 screws that will go in there. I think I've got some stainless ones that'll work well. And like I said, a little wire, or whatchamacallit, one of these things to go right there. All right, there we go. These are speed nuts. These nuts or these screws are probably not long enough. May not be big enough either. Big enough around. It worked good there. There. These are stainless too. This is out of my new collection of hardware. Yeah. Let me go see if I've got a new or a different speed nut. One that's a little bit smaller. Y'all get the gist of this. I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna call that the end of the instrument cluster part, and we will continue on. Of course, for y'all, you probably already watched it, because I'll probably upload that video first. We'll continue on with the reassembly for the, where where I did the steering shafts. I put the steering wheel and all that stuff back on, but you've probably already seen that. All right, this, like I said, this battery's pretty much junk. So I put the charger on it. Put a new proof meter cable on it. I noticed, the other one was broken off, and so I went ahead and I took this cluster apart and oiled it up. Everything. It actually was froze up. I guess it seized up on the shaft, and I got it freed up. But it looks like it's still kind of binding up. So I'm going to just tuck this proof meter cable up under the dash for right now. And I'm going to revisit that later. I don't want to break this new cable. So like I said, I'm just going to tuck it right up in there. We definitely do not want to break it. We'll revisit that. I've already bolted the dash in. We'll see if we can get that working better. What I'm probably gonna have to do is pull it back off and oil it again and power it by the drill. I just put a little bit in there and was hand turning it, and I got it where it seemed like it was freed up, but evidently it's still binding up. What it'll do is you can see the cable kind of bind, and then the proof meter jumps. So it's like it kind of binds up, the cable twists, and then it springs, and the cable's still okay. But when I saw it do that, I went ahead and cut it off, killed it, and we'll revisit this and try to get it working better. But I've got it all back together now, so we're gonna leave it. I've kind of run out of time for today. So we're going to leave it disconnected for now. So, one last thing, I'll probably just go ahead and throw it in with this video. I bought a belt. So, let me position y'all where you can see a little better. And I'll change the belt out. It's not the best view in the world, but it's decent. We're gonna go ahead and, like I said, change this belt out. Ordered one. I checked online, and I was able to order the exact belt for it, or what's listed as the belt for it. Shipped to me and everything. It was $9.99. No tax, so, or 9 something. Well, maybe that was including tax. It was under $10 at my door, and you could cross this. Probably it's a 17.550 is what it cross references, or what's the number that's on this belt. Hopefully this one is the right size. It's supposed to be the right size. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be right. It's definitely shorter than the one that was on it. All right. Let's try to roll it on here. Got my glove stuck. There we go. And it is on everywhere. And that's a good, yeah, that is, you can see that other belt was too narrow as well. That should be good, and that's good tension. That should do it. Quick and easy, and like I said, that belt was under $10 shipped to me, so I really couldn't do any better than that. So let's crank it up. sheet metal is painted. Not too bad. I mean, it's all right. Crazy. It's like 3 different colors. It's just cheap paint. All the same color, but of course across several different cans. Of course, this needs to be repainted because that paint got wet. That's why it's so cold. But this turned out lighter. This looks too dark, really. This looks like more of that shade. So, might repaint this, see if I can get it a little bit lighter. Paint it off. Really can't read it. So far, we got no leak. That's good. So I'm going to call this done for now. I think it's at a point where we can actually use it. It's still, burning pretty clean. So I think it's ready to go to work. Clean up some of this oil and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.